So, what is fitness?
Very, very broad question.
Very broad question.
When you brought that when you said that was our conversation for today, it's kind of where to start really. Mm-hmm. So, the way that we term fitness is, fitness is very, very broad in the fact that can be anything from developing one's flexibility, strength, power, agility, coordination. What else have we got?
You're listing the CrossFit.
Well, yeah.
The 7, what is it, 7?
Well, 10 pillars of fitness. You've got 10 pillars of fitness. And what Greg Glassman with CrossFit did very well is he actually put a description to fitness. And I think it's quite good, because up until that point, fitness had always been, I'd always termed fitness as the rate at which you can recover from any kind of high intensity bout of exercise. Or a lot of times people would term fitness as kind of cardiovascular ability. Does that make sense?
Being
how
able
far
to
can you
run
run and how fast can you run for and things like that. But I think fitness is a lot broader than that. That's kind of why, one of the main reasons I fell in love with CrossFit or cross training right from the outset really. It's the fact that it was termed, and fitness is not just about being a specialist in one thing. It's kind of about being a jack of all trades, or being good at a lot of stuff, which I quite like.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard fitness being described as the ability to accomplish a task.
Yeah.
So like you can be fit for a particular job, or you can be fit to be a parent, or you can be fit to do a handstand.
It's kind of being fit for purpose, right?
Yeah, and the purpose can change and vary like that, but whether you're fit for it are you able to do it, right? And I think those 10 pillars that you covered do a pretty good job of that. Because look, what that means is, it means people can be fit without knowing it. So for example, if you do a handstand, but your cardiovascular fitness isn't great, you can't run a 5k, people go, I'm really unfit. It's like, well actually, you can do a handstand, that's a display of fitness under the form of kind of balance, coordination, that kind of thing. So you might actually be fit without knowing it. I guess if you look at fitness as the ability to accomplish a task, and you want to be fitter, you can either get better at increase the demands of the task, or you can add more tasks that you're fit at, which is kind of what CrossFit does, right? That's that jack of all trades thing.
Well, it's having the ability to lift a heavy weight from the floor, throw your own body weight over rings, run distance with heavy weight, swim, balance on a balance beam, like anything, like ride a bike, like all these kind of things. Like fitness is very broad. Yeah. And I think it should be considered that way. The other thing that's also, if you consider fitness as broad, it always means that there's always something you can do to improve your fitness. If you don't get very, very specific into like, I only tell my fitness of how fast I can run a 10k. Like, it doesn't become very exciting with just running more, running faster.
It depends on your goal, I guess, doesn't it?
I suppose, and again, that was the other point I was going to get, is that fitness is very, very much specific to the goal. Like you said about the task. Like, fitness for me is, I want to get better at everything. Yeah. Like, I want to be fit across all of these different pieces, or these different pillars.
Because it's so broad, we get a lot of people coming to us being like, I want to improve my fitness. But they don't really know what that means, I guess. And that's where the problem arises.
But then you delve into that question of, what do you term as being fit?
But people go,
Yeah. It's like if you looked at someone and you say, oh, they're fit. What does that mean to you?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, when I look at someone who is extremely fit, I'm looking at someone who is not like completing an Ironman, or or doing an ultra. Like, Pav is fit. He ran through a desert, for God's sake. Like, an ultra marathon throughout the desert. That looks superbly fit. But then you look at someone like we were just discussing a minute ago, someone like Matt Fraser in the CrossFit Games, and go like,
he's fitter at lots.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to probably beat Pav on a desert run.
No.
But Pav wouldn't be able to do hundreds of pull-ups.
Yeah.
So
I guess the more specific you are, that's when you get.
I'm not digging your out path, by the way. I just wanted to say
But the more specific you are, the potential of being greater at it you'll be. You know, if you focus all your energy on playing basketball, you'll be better at basketball. You know, and you're a talented, athletic person, you might get a lot better than someone that's playing basketball, rugby, and football. Do you know what I mean? Like just the amount of time that you're going to be able to dedicate to it. There's that lady, was it Tia Claire?
Tia Claire Toomey, yeah.
Who did the Olympics, didn't she?
The Olympics and won the CrossFit Games, yeah.
Yeah, in the Olympics, she came, on the weightlifting, she came 7th or something.
No, she didn't, she wasn't in the top pool.
Yeah.
She got loads of stick for it.
And people gave her loads of stick going, she's meant to be the fittest person on the planet. And it's like, well, no, she's doing that as well as all the other things. All the other people are just digging on that weightlifting. That's all they're focused on.
But the thing is,
still,
wouldn't you be, like, if I was an Olympic weightlifter and I did have someone like Tia Claire Toomey, who is the fittest woman on earth, who came in and who was lifting against me, I'd be a little bit disappointed if she beat me.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I've dedicated.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Like, as someone who is specifically good, like training for this event, I should be better than that person. Yeah. It's the same as in athletics. If you've got a decathlete who's better at pole vault, like, I'll be pissed if someone's beating me, a decathlete's beating me at the vault, like, because this is my specialist event.
Yeah. If Conor McGregor had gone and beat Mayweather, everyone would have been like, "What?" Like, you know, he's not focused his entire specialisation on that one discipline. Like, everyone that knew about fighting was like, Floyd Mayweather's going to win. Everyone that knew about boxing you spoke to was like, Mayweather will win.
They're doing
Mayweather
a boxing match and everything's in his favour.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a little bit of that. So I guess it's determining what it means, because with fitness being such a broad term, a lot of people's problems is that their goals are too broad. So it's like, if someone wants to be fitter, it's like, what does that look like? Does that look like you being able to run for the bus and not get out of breath? Does it look like you being able to do a handstand or a deadlift or a specific way, or learn to do a pull-up?
You being able to function day to day without aches and pains and
fit to survive. Yeah.
Are you fit for your everyday tasks? Because I think a lot of people, that's where they go wrong. We were just saying to Matt a minute ago, is like, people's priorities of what's important in their life is kind of completely out of whack. Do you know what I mean? They're like, my first thing I want to do is I want to look. What we were saying was, I want to look lean. I want to get big.
I want to get massive.
I want to get massive like blokes. Then I want to get lean. Then I kind of get fit, and then my health is kind of like
way down at the bottom,
Whereas it should be like the other way, like, I want to get fitter and I want to get healthier, and then the other things are going to be a byproduct of focusing on those two tasks.
Because
you can't get fitter if you're not healthy.
And I think as well with but you can be fit without being healthy. You can run a marathon and have cancer. Do you know what I mean? Or you can have a terrible diet and do a handstand. I keep going back to handstands here, but you know, you could have a cold and still do something that people would deem fit. You know, like health just being that your body's functioning as it should. You have things that throw that way off. You know, people with stress, and exercise is great with stress. So I think you can be fit without being healthy, and you can be healthy without being fit. However, the two, it's not as binary as that. Like, it's not one or the other. You've got a choice, and you should probably focus on both of them. And as you say, as a priority to even an aesthetic fitness goal. So if you want to build muscle, the best way to build muscle is to get stronger.
Strength being one of the pillars of fitness.
Yeah, exactly. Is to the idea of, if you can squat 60 kilos for 10 reps, if your aim is to squat 100 kilos for 10 reps, you're probably going to have some bigger legs in order to do that, along with diet and stuff like that. But if more people focus, or fat loss, for example, you know, if you focused on being able to do a 10k, and you currently sit on the sofa and you train for that, and you go through the steps, you'll get fitter, and you'll probably look fitter as a byproduct of that. They go hand in hand.
Your body will adapt accordingly to the stimulus you give it, right?
So, rather than just purely focusing on losing weight, because you can just do that purely through nutrition. Just won't eat as much. you don't look as good for it, but like you can meet that end goal with a caveat kind of thing. So I think it's worth kind of addressing it with people. So what are the 10 pillars of fitness? Let's see if we can remember them, because you brought them up. Kick out one at a time and give an example of it. So speed is one. The idea of being able to perform a movement quicker,
high velocity.
at high speed. So that would be a pure speed spot, would be something like
100 metre sprint.
100 metre sprint, Usain Bolt.
So we've got speed.
Power. They move in quite nicely. They're quite similar, yeah?
Power is mass times acceleration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or force times speed.
Science. But it's the idea of being able to perform one cycle of movement aggressively and under speed and under load. So that would be your athletes like your 1 rep max deadlifter, world record.
Or a snatch.
Or a snatch. Or, Usain Bolt doing his 100 metres demonstrates some power and speed.
Yeah. Power at the start.
Yeah. Speed all the way through. Right. Flexibility.
Flexibility is one, yeah.
Flexibility, so that is
Expressing the full range of motion throughout a joint.
So that would be doing the splits. Gymnasts will display.
Being able to put your arms overhead and being able to maintain a decent plumb line from fingers down to heels. It's probably a little bit more applicable to the general population.
Yeah.
Most people struggle
Rather
with
than
that, right?
doing the splits, yeah.
Doing the splits will obviously help you in a lot of stuff, but your ability to express a normal range of motion.
Yeah, pick something up off the floor without crying.
Yeah, without having to manipulate body position because of tight joints or tight tissues.
Perfect.
We've got flexibility, you've got agility.
Agility.
It's your ability to change direction.
Where would you see that?
Like in sport generally, you'd see that on a rugby field, for example.
Yeah.
Doing a sidestep, dummy sidestep through a gap.
Yeah.
Rather than just running in a forwards and backwards, you have the ability to change direction in multiple planes of motion.
Going on the sport angle, coordination. So that's a person's ability to catch, throw. You could put under accuracy, which is another one. Being able to direct your energy. But coordination is kind of your body's ability to glue lots of things together into one expression. So if you see a ball coming towards you, you know where to place your body in the space, where to place your hands, glue them all together, bang, the ball hopefully falls in your hands. So obviously that's got loads of various connotations. We mentioned accuracy, that's throwing a dart in a dartboard. That's been able to
180.
plant your foot exactly where you want it to before you coordinate it to kick a ball.
Yeah.
So we got
endurance. So cardiovascular endurance or stamina. So your ability to fulfill a task for a long period of time, right? Without tiring, I suppose, is the best way of doing that.
Perfect. Strength, as you mentioned, which is being able to move force.
We said strength.
Did we say strength?
We said speed and power.
Strength's another. We're missing one. That's where we fade to black and it says 3 hours and a Google search later. Balance. We didn't have to Google that or anything, did we?
No.
Balance. So that was the missing one.
That's actually balance is, I think, one of the most underestimated ones.
After I've been talking about handstands all day.
Yeah, but trying to get someone to even stand on one leg or perform a split squat, like a fixed lunge, without falling to their side with their own body weight, so many people struggle the ability to maintain balance.
Yeah.
And that could be taken into something like a split jerk, for example.
A basic squat.
Being able to stand on 2 feet.
Yeah, but I mean, we take exercises like a squat, where you load it from the front, very different from loading it from the back. How different it then makes people in terms of flexibility or coordination, like you say, like a split jerk. So it's not that each of these 10 components are exclusive to one another. You get some sports, a sport like darts, you use accuracy, and that's about it.
But power.
It depends how hard you're throwing at the dart. But then you take something like mixed martial arts or something, and you encumber a load of those different components of fitness.
You could take a single movement, right? So you could take, like, if you look at a barbell snatch, for example, how many different components of fitness does that require for you to be able to perform?
Power, strength, coordination, balance, flexibility, speed. Yeah, and if you do enough of them, stamina. You
kind of, one movement can encompass all these different pillars of fitness into one movement.
Yeah, exactly. So you might be fitter than you think when people say I'm not fit.
I think I was watching a video earlier, wasn't we? It was like someone, was it Ben Kimball, wasn't he? Who was saying, I can't run.
Yeah.
Half the problem is most people comparing themselves against other people.
Yeah.
Like, I can't run. Well, I can't run as fast as that person. Well, I can physically run left, right, as fast as I can.
Yeah.
And that means you can work on getting fitter.
But that's the
better
problem.
At running.
I always think that's the problem with comparing yourself to another person, because you will draw it on one specific thing a lot of the time. So it might, it could be, I don't earn as much money as that person, but they might be miserable. Do you know what I mean? I don't have a six-pack like this person. Yeah, but this person might never go out and have no friends to go out with.
I think so.
I'm being very like, there are people with six-pack that have friends, but that sounds real shallow. But there's so many things, and that's the one thing I'd probably take away that's positive. There's 10 things there that you can get better at and be awesome at and work on.
I think, and again, that's definitely where I've kind of fallen in love with. Like, that's why I love how Glassman came up with those, or exacerbated on those. Like, he expanded on those 10 pillars of fitness when he came up with his CrossFit methodology. Is the fact, like, if I look at my own training and how that's evolved over a matter of years and stuff, like, I've gone from just working on, like, just really loving doing Olympic weightlifting, and then just loving to do powerlifting, just liking gymnastic movements, like. The great thing is there is always something that you can work on to better increase your fitness. Does that make sense? Like, I love that. I think that's great, and that means that training never gets bored. Like,
it's
and
more,
fitness is this long-term journey. You never reach your peak.
It's way more satisfying as well, because like, I trained for ages thinking about muscle gain and was bigger than I am now, and it was didn't enjoy training as much. Like, the moment I kind of stopped down with that, I just want to be able to do loads of different things well. I don't really care, to a level, I don't really care how I look. I'm married now, and just let it all go. I'm more bothered about being fitter, stronger, being able to do things with more competency and stuff like that.
Which also make you a better coach, right?
Yeah.
Like, you end up then teaching people stuff that you wouldn't have probably ever thought of teaching them a couple of years ago, when you're very much like, I think as coaches, you generally teach the things that you're proficient at, don't you, or the things that you're passionate about.
Yeah, but yes and no. I think when you find things that you're not good at, and you find the same challenges and you find ways around it, then you're like, you can't wait to show people, can you? Like, how the path to doing it. It's like.
But then if you're very much insular in the fact that all I'm looking at really is I want to build muscle, and I like doing it, I do it in this way using these methodology or these movements, generally you kind of stick with.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I think one of the other points I wanted to make as well is I often hear kind of throwaway comments of people looking at someone in front of Men's Health or like any kind of fitness magazines, and they look at that and go, oh, that person looks fit. So defining fitness as an aesthetic term, like being able to term whether someone's fit based on the way that they look. Like,
look at
what are your thoughts on that? Like, that person looks really fit.
Look at the world's strongest man. They don't look.
Oh, he doesn't look fit.
Particularly.
Well, actually,
he's one of the fittest people on the planet. He displays strength and power like no other.
And you'd also say like strength, endurance, because they have to be doing maximal output for more than just one rep.
Yeah, and it's
they
like
have to do stuff.
Just lugging around there, just taking a walk for them is a nightmare. But look at their body fat percentage; it's far off a Men's Health cover model. Do you know what I mean? And likewise, how many people have you see on Instagram that look great and they can't do get in a basic squat pattern because they're inflexible and they're tight, and they look good because they all look good regardless. You know, they've got good genetics, which they might top up
but also
by.
they work hard, but again, they don't prioritise fitness in its broadest sense.
Yeah, there'll be people that would absolutely destroy them in a workout and don't look anywhere near as good.
We were at a fitness competition at the weekend, and I was speaking to one of the guys' parents, and they were saying they said this weekend has been an ideal example of why you should not kind of judge someone. You should not judge a book by its cover. You shouldn't judge someone by the way that they look and say that person doesn't look like they're ever going to be able to do this workout. Because some of this, you look at the people at the weekend, of course there's going to be people that are ripped up, like absolute machines, they're in the top heats, they're smashing it, they're going for the win. But you've got people that are still doing the same workouts, they're doing it at a relative intensity to them, but they got through 4, 5, 6, 7 workouts over 2 days, all performed at high intensity, and they were with challenging loads, like goblet squatting a 32 kilo kettlebell, throwing around 22 kilo dumbbells for reps, jumping over a box, at high speed, that's some serious fitness going on there as well. And for you to then go there and go, well, that person doesn't look fit. Well, actually, they are fit. Look what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're going, well, I could never do that. Fitness is a lot broader than just the way that you look. It's your body's ability to be able to fulfill various tasks from each one of these 10 pillars of fitness. I think that's the best way to term fitness.
Yeah.
Is not just you have specific fitness, I suppose, and you have broad fitness. I think that might be a better way of terming it. Someone specifically fit for a task, like World's Strongest Man, or the person who's holding the world record for the heaviest deadlift from the floor, that's specific fitness to them. But then you've got broad fitness, where you have the ability to express your fitness across all of these 10 domains.
Yeah. So, there you have it. That's what fitness is. Look into those 10 pillars, have a look at the ones that you enjoy and you want to get better at, and work on those, and you will be fitter. Peace out.